Hi guys, and welcome to week 2. This is English 1000 and I'm your instructor, Penny Smith-Parris. So for today, I want to recap a little bit about where you were in week 1 and what we learned so far about Portfolio 1, as well as look ahead to week 2. Okay, so Portfolio 1 is titled Discovery and Invention because this particular set of papers is going to help you learn a little bit about how to draft drafts quickly. So the word discovery is a composition term that refers to how we think of new ideas, how we innovate, and where our ideas for writing come from. Invention refers to a list of strategies that we have to produce text quickly, things like free writing, clustering, brainstorming, and so on. And so in this particular portfolio, we're going to draft 3 brief papers, one of which we will revise. But our primary focus is going to be on techniques of discovery and invention. So what we're really learning here is what we do when we write. And our focus is more on writing as a process. In other words, the writing as a verb, what we do when we write, how we write, rather than writing as a noun or as a thing that we make, i.e. writing as a product. So for this, what we're planning to do is write 3 short papers, the first of which is a literacy narrative, the second of which is a place narrative, and the third is a detailed description of an object. In each case, our focus is going to be on what we do when we write. So how do we write a draft quickly, and also where do our ideas come from, and what do these things mean to us as writers. So we're going to put those 3 papers together. You'll be able to revise one of them, and then we'll do some peer reading as well as a conference or some kind of feedback from me on each of them, and then you'll pull them all together in a single portfolio. So that's not due until week 7. You've got quite a bit of time between now and then to think about what you want to do with each of those short papers. So in week 2, we're really going to get serious about getting started in writing our first one, which is a literacy narrative, and you'll have a draft of that up by Sunday, February 2nd. So if that feels kind of quick, it is, but that's on purpose. The idea being that we're not really here concerned about the finished product. We're more concerned with the process and just doing the writing. All right, so in week 2, we have 3 readings, one of which is from Salvador Scabona, the other Sandra Cisneros, and finally Malcolm X. Each of these professional authors are exploring what literacy means to them. And even though they each talk more about reading and that type of textual literacy, in your own writing, you might actually explore other kinds of literacy. For example, how you know how to read music, or read a map, or an instrument panel, or some other type of literacy, which we have many multiple literacies in our own everyday lives. All of which could be something interesting for you to consider. So I encourage you to innovate and to think about where you might want to take this piece of writing and to do something that you find exciting and interesting to you. Because again, our primary purpose here is just to explore those techniques of drafting, discovery and invention, rather than, to produce a very cookie cutter or similar type of product, right? So we're not learning the product, we're learning the process. So for this next week then, we're going to have our first full-length regular week. So we'll have our discussion boards on Monday and Wednesday, as we will through the rest of the semester. On Monday, your first discussion board is about the threshold concepts, which takes you into chapter 1 of Joining the Conversation. And there you're going to learn about some threshold concepts of writing. A threshold concept, put simply, is just an idea that you need to have understood before you can move forward in your thinking. This is similar to having a threshold at a doorway, where you need to be able to cross it to move forward into the room. So for this first part of the week, you'll read from chapter 1, and you'll learn some threshold concepts, which we will discuss online. Next, then, you'll be reading some professional authors that I detailed before, and we're going to do a reading response to those on Wednesday in the discussion boards. And I really look forward to hearing what you have to say about each of them, because they take quite different paths to this question of who we are as writers and how we can explore our identity, which is our first big question here. Finally, we will have, at the end of the week, a writing weekend that will give us an opportunity to draft our essays. And so these first essays will be due on Sunday, and we'll begin working on peer reading those next week. So you'll see a lot of tutorial material about how to complete peer reading online. So having said that, that's pretty much it for us right now. I look forward to hearing more from you, and I will be lurking the boards, and I'll see you there. So if you have any questions, please do let me know. Otherwise, get started, and I'll see you on the boards. Bye.